fantastic occasion because so many of us have gathered today. And when I was invited to this particular conference, really to be very frank, I was not very interested in a sense. So far in my life, I have attended so many conferences, including that United Nations already saw. Most of the time, the conferences have been very disappointing. That is because a lot of talks are made, a lot of points are made, but very rarely it is taken up in life. That is the most frustrating part of it. Huge money spent, huge talent is spent, tremendous human resources, financial resources almost wasted, because if something comes out of it, it becomes really fantastic. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. It's like, let us see today, I'm not being critical of these one as such friends. It will be about our organization also, because we also had some little something somewhere in a microscopic way. The beauty is, let us see today. Just observe it. Today we are sitting down, beautiful flowers. Yesterday I was thinking, wow, so beautiful, so many fresh flowers. But today I just came and touched it. It was all plastic. There's nothing wrong. What happens, it has a beauty, but it has no fragrance. It completely reflects our life day. Absolutely gorgeous atmosphere, but literally zombies are walking out. Because there is no fragrance in living. Absolutely useless. You come to a city, not indoor necessarily, anywhere. Beautiful buildings, trees, just missing. There are no trees. If suppose on this occasion you can put 1,000 trees, it will be fantastic. If today's point is, that is Socho Jera, please let us think, friends. I think, friends, it's time for us, all of us, to think for some time. Reason? We have been given any number of thoughts by any number of people. And friends, there is nobody here who cannot know or who doesn't know what's right or what is wrong. A drunkard, you give him, think, a drunkard, he can give you 100 million reasons as to why nobody should touch drinking, but he himself cannot stop it. There is a person who is smoking. He shall give you 100 reasons why nobody should smoke, but he cannot stop it. The person who is giving you marriage counseling, his own marriage is breaking down. The person may become a consultant because he cannot work with anybody else. So unfortunate. You see, it doesn't reflect only in the secular world of today, friends, even in the religious world. The religious world leaders also absolutely stupid. Many of them. Why is it so? Because, please, the reason is, friends, we have stopped thinking. Thoughts are given to us. Please see this point, friends. Thoughts are given to us. Everybody knows. You ask somebody how to be a good leader, who cannot say? You must have determination, you must have the character, you must have the integrity. But how? How? You must be very honest, you must be very kind. Who doesn't know this? Everybody knows this, but how? It is just like having you have a car at your disposal, but you don't know how to drive. There is a difference, friends. Giving thoughts is different from teaching how to think. You give somebody a car, but that does not necessarily mean the person knows how to drive the car. You have given inheritance to your children, but have you ever taught him how to make money? And how do you say we are always commenting for other people? No. Do not give anything to anybody. Don't create a beggar. Why? Because to a beggar, don't give him a fish. You shall make a beggar. Teach him how to fishing, then you will make an entrepreneur. I see. If you are really following it, why do you leave inheritance to your children? Let them make it. Why don't make him a beggar by giving him fish? But unfortunately, today the whole world has become like that. Thoughts are given to us. That is where it makes us fanatics. Total fanatics. This is my thought. Whether religious or secular doesn't matter, friends. We are all human beings. I'll give you a simple example. It happened to me. I was in Rishikesh a few years back, some 20-30 years back. And as I was walking down in the early morning in the banks of Ganges, there was in an ashram, there was a little noise. It's unusual because Ganges, Himalayas, absolutely quiet. And as I was, curiously, I was, following that sound, I reached there in that ashram. What has happened is, somebody has locked the door for 3 days and has not opened it. So the whole management is now worried what happened. They break open the door, they bring out, you know who? There was a sadhu, young sadhu, 35-year-old. 3 days he has closed it and totally drunk. Bottles are there, vomiting, all that nonsense in that room, stinks that room. They bring him out, they clean him up, and what can they say? In our ashram, the sadhu is drinking like that. What to do now? So I happened to be there, friends. Please see this. I happened to be there. And after the whole thing was cleaned up and everything, I was walking back. Another gentleman was walking back with me. He told me, Swamiji, how can a sadhu drink? I said, this question is wrong, friends. It's not required that you must drink in order to be a sadhu. A sadhu doesn't drink. A drunkard has become a sadhu. Are you getting the point, please? A sadhu doesn't drink. And that sadhu, please think, he was a junior executive in VHEL in Haridwar. Please see that background, friends. He was a top, sort of in the management level, and he was in that place, and he resigned his job and became a sadhu. Now suppose, think friends, suppose he as a sadhu, you invite him one day, and he gives a brilliant talk, exposition on management. What shall you say? Wow, the sadhu is a management guru. The sadhu is not management guru. The management guru has become a sadhu. Are you getting that point, please? The whole trouble is today, we have been given these thoughts. Politicians are rascals. Politicians are corrupt. No politician is a corrupt. They will give flower for that for me. No politician is corrupt. A corrupt fellow happens to be a politician. We say youngsters are all rowdies. We say youngsters are rowdy. Youngsters are not rowdy. A rowdy happens to be a youngster. We say wives are nagging. Wives are not a nag. A nag happens to be a wife. A husband is not a brute. A brute fellow happens to be a husband. Please see, friends, politician, call it professor, call it professional, call it father, call it husband, call it wife. These are positions, roles. Roles cannot be eccentric, roles cannot be stupid. The person is eccentric, therefore professor is eccentric. This, like yesterday he was talking about, Mr. Manoharan was talking about the Satyam thing, and he talked about greed. What is that? Greed. The person is, don't say managing director is greedy. No, the greedy fellow happens to be a managing director. Managing director is a position. I'm not just pointing out one person. It can be today you have got 173,000 crores in 2G scam. So you mean to say that every politician is a rascal? No. Some corrupt fellow has become a politician, like a sadhu. Same thing can happen. What is needed today? That's what we have to think, friends. We are putting people in a position. But whom are you putting in the position? Does the person deserve it? Like many people will come up. You invite them, you shall sit in any forum. They'll come up and say, I don't think I deserve to be in this place. I don't know why am I here. Then why don't you just get down and go away? Simple thing. Because you are somebody, you have something to say, therefore they invited you. So what's the big deal? And not that therefore self-righteous, I'm the only guy who can speak. No. This is something absolutely universal, friends. In all of us there is a spark. In all of us there is a capacity to see things very clearly for ourselves. Why is it so? Simple example I'll give you, friends. Very, very simple example. Whom shall you call a leader? I'm not talking about leader, you mean say person who is a political, you understand? Leader has no, some type of, any type of a compartmentalization or classification. Because leader can be a political leader, leader can be a religious leader, leader can be a social leader, leader can be in a family, leader can be, you understand? Leader is a person. Leader is something which is not a person. It is yourself. That's what I shall tell you. How, to whom shall you call a leader? Please think. Today you came here. I knew it will be delayed because huge conference. Night when you go up to eating food up to 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2 children, all very tired. Who can come at 9 o'clock? Not many people can come. It's just not possible. But then unfortunately, what do we do that? We have to wait. Why? The people who have come in time must be punished for people who do not come in time. How fantastic it is. I don't understand that. Anywhere, we always do that. And when you're waiting for the VIPs, now everybody wants to come late so that he can be VIP. What nonsense. I really don't know where we are going today. Like jumping the queue. If you go to any other countries, our Indians themselves, you go to New York, go to London, go to Paris, you have to stand on the queue. If you do not stand on the queue, even the lady in the counter says, sir, please go back. And that is the time you feel punctured. Do you know who am I? Who cares? But here, jumping the queue is a status symbol. Why everybody jumps the queue? Because people grab, people become very proud. You know that? I don't need ticket to go to the function. I have been given a pass. So anybody can go freely is a VIP. What nonsense. And if you are lining up in the airport or anywhere, if you take out of the turn, you are a VIP. So everybody wants everything out of turn. The person who is in the top should say that. They should set a standard. They should do that very much. They must set a standard. That is why the thinking is needed, friends. Okay, this morning when you came, is there anybody here who has come straight from the bed? The delay is because you have to bathe, you have to comb your hair if you have some, and also if you have, then you have to comb in such a way that as though not combed, dress up in such a way, 1 hour. Everybody here, friends, including me, we have taken our time to get out of the bed, bathe, nicely, decently dressed and come so that presentable. Think, friends. Our communication begins at the level of the body, but it ends with your mind. How long have you taken to dress your mind before you come here?